We have heard of the party of all clerics, but what if everyone was a cleric? I love talking about this thought experiment with people because it could have some crazy ramifications on the world and truly some terrifying implications. More on that later. In D&D worlds, people know that if you give praise to a deity, you are granted power. With all of the gods that exist, gods of the harvest, gods of celebration, gods of that satisfying feeling you get when you pop bubble wrap, there is going to be one that you can agree with and think to yourself, yeah, I'll pray to them and get some free magic. Even if everybody had levels of cleric, it's not like everybody would be the same. After all, there's like 15 different domains with new ones added all the time. Not to mention multiclassing. Rogues could take the trickery domain cleric. Barbarians could use the war domain cleric. And after a big huge fight, they could heal the whole 6 hit points that they lost all by themselves. Just think about the world for a second. Everyone would be in great health all of the time. Curses and diseases would be non-existent. Death would be an inconvenience as everybody could just bring other people back or ask the gods to bring people back. Nobody would have to be farmers as everybody just casually made food for each other. Would restaurants even exist if people could just conjure a hero's feast with their good buddy god? Populations could explode. Without the limitations of available farmland, we could see super cities and technological advances that would be unheard of. A city with 100 higher level clerics could successfully use divine intervention every single day. What would that do to the population there with constant attention from higher powers? Think of this utopia where everyone has clean food and water, no one is ever sick, and if you're hurt, you're healed in probably under 10 minutes. Could that make new entertainment? Of course I'm gonna be hurt getting launched out of this catapult. Breaking my arms and legs is the point. I'm just gonna get healed right away. Of course, campaigns are not built on the idea of everything going great all the time. There are evil deities, so there will be worshippers of those evil deities. All of these benefits that the good guys have, what does it mean if the bad guys have them as well? What do battles look like with both sides having incredible healing powers? It takes diamonds to bring people back to life in D&D. Could the world run out of precious gemstones? Or could people ask for more? Hey God, we keep dying. Could you give us some more diamonds, please? Yeah, sure. Here you go. Think about how often the gods would clash. What would it look like for your party to fight an entire group of goblins that all worshipped the same deity? Is it even possible for a beholder to be a priest? Would an undead channeling divinity turn itself? But the single most important question, what does it mean for a dragon to be a cleric? Imagine a dragon taking a few rounds to fly away, get its breath weapon back, stay out of everybody's range, and heal up, undoing all the damage that the party has done so far. But it gets even worse. There are so many great spells that clerics have access to. Blade Barrier, Guardian of Faith, Conjure Celestial. Imagine a dragon conjuring a dragon angel during a fight. That just doesn't even seem fair. But it gets even worse. Spirit Guardians. Here I am talking about this spell in another video. If a normal character casts Spirit Guardians, their area of effect looks something like this. However, if a ancient dragon were to cast Spirit Guardians, suddenly the area of effect is this. If a character had to move through this space, it would take them 200 feet of movement. And they're taking damage the whole time? Ugh, that's really rough. But it gets even worse. If a blue dragon is a Tempest Domain Cleric, it can choose to use its Channel Divinity and deal maximum damage on its breath weapon. That is truly devastating, and you shouldn't do that unless your party could really actually handle it. Now, of course, this is a cool thought experiment, but mechanically, this would slow a campaign down a whole lot. If every single enemy had healing spells and the ability to bring their enemies back up from the brink, the fights could get kind of video gamey, as it was deal some damage, get healed by somebody else, deal some damage, get healed by somebody else. So just take that into consideration. Thank you guys so very much for watching. If you like this idea and would like to see more campaign ideas like this, hit that subscribe button. It helps me and Luna out a whole lot. But until next time, UGM.